I think we are live. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today is our first live Q&A, and I'm very excited about it. And in today's topic, we're going to discuss the latest news about Amazon, and also the most importantly, talking about Prime Day and what you should do, how you prepare for it, and some information about it. I'm going to break it down for you guys, and that's going to help you a lot to have a better Prime Day, to have more sales, and hopefully you get the most profit from it. So I really decided to do this live. I really think we have a lot of requests about getting live Q&A, and a lot of people have questions that we need to answer them more in details. Even in our Facebook group, we have an amazing group that are really passionate about helping each other, and they're really awesome at information. They're from beginners to really advanced sellers, which is I'm very happy about it, and I'm very excited. I'm proud of them and honored to have them. So if you guys really want, just join our Facebook group, Amazon FBA Giants, and I will be able to accept you as a closed group. I leave it closed, even if it's free, just to make sure I maintain the integrity of the group, make sure there's no spamming, and make sure that everyone get the advice they need in the right way and the right manner and respectfully. Really, I would like to talk about a little bit about the latest news, which is Amazon just shared about the title of the listing. And they have now, if you don't follow the rules, you will be suppressed by July 22nd. If you don't follow the rules and their TOS, term of service, you will get suppressed. So I just want to talk about it very briefly, because it just happened a few days ago, and still is not being is not in effect yet, but it will be very shortly. So we need to be prepared for it, because we don't want July 22nd to hit and then we have no sales and we don't know what happens. So at least now you have an idea about it and you'll be able to prepare for it. Is the same thing happened with the backend search term? Used to be 250, then limited to 50 character, and then a lot of listings were suppressed last year, and nobody knew what was the issue until they changed the backend and made sure they reduced it from 250 to 50. And I think Amazon is doing that to make sure that there's not a lot of stuffing. You're not stuffing your backend, you're not stuffing your title, and making sure that the client or the consumer or the buyer, when it comes to your listing, they know that, hey, this is what the product is, and I'm going, and that's what it is, and I'm going to buy it. It's not like, oh, a big title about everything that connected to the product that's not related. And that's a fault of a few sellers or majority of sellers who are just work on stuffing instead of really targeting the keywords that are related to the product and making sure that they focus on that. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to share with you the message that Amazon shared, and you will decide, and we'll go a little bit further in it. Give me a second. Okay, not this one. All right. So this is the message that Amazon was talking about, is basically ASINs violating Amazon title guidelines to be suppressed from search starting in July 22nd, 2019. Amazon will suppress ASINs from Amazon search whose titles do not comply with Amazon product title requirement. This is because our search shows that the ASINs title that violates our policies result in poor customer experience. Please review Amazon product title requirements prior to July 15 to verify that your current titles meet our guideline. And this is really important, guys, to make sure that we follow what they have. I'm one of the guys, I'll say I'm really guilty about that, and I don't follow their rules. I always use the maximum of what Amazon gives me. But that's something is up to debate. Let's go ahead and look at what their guideline. So what they're saying here, guys, use 50 character maximum as a general rule. So 50 characters is the maximum you can use. General rule is depending on the category that you are in. If you are in different categories, it might have different instructions. They need to expand on that. I don't think they really know exactly what they're targeting. They don't know exactly what's the rules for each category, and I think they need to expand on that. And I think we're going to know more information about it as soon as they're going to get a lot of requests, a lot of messages, and they will clarify it a little bit more. So here you can see about capitalization. You need only to capitalize the first letter of each word. Do not use all caps. You're not screaming at people. You're not screaming at the buyers. You want to make sure that you really do it in a really nice way. Conjunctions and or for, you don't need to be capitalized. Do not capitalize prepositions, in, on, over, with, whatever it is. And then use numerals, 2 instead of 2. So at the same time, use a measurement instead of inch. Use inches instead of the sign for inches. And there's more information here. I will leave the link, guys, for you to read through it. But I just really wanted to touch on it very, very quickly. So let me stop sharing and let me go back to my pretty face. And let's talk about Prime Day. Prime Day, guys, as you know, it's the biggest day of sales that Amazon has, which is they created it. They invented that thing that called Prime Day, but became the biggest day of sales on Amazon. And year over year, Amazon's really they're moving their instead of being a day, becoming 2 days, 3 days. Like last year was 36 hours, and this 36 hours they were able to generate over $40 billion on that day, in those 3 days, which is really, really awesome. And that means it's a big days for you guys, sellers, but you need to be prepared for it. You need to make sure that everything that you have in your listing, and we're going to talk more about that, discounts and everything set up beforehand, so you can be prepared much better and you avoid any surprises, and make sure you benefit from the whole experience of Prime Day. So it's like basically having Christmas in July, guys. I'm telling you, the sales is going to be crazy. So what I'm going to give you a little bit of information about about Prime Day. So for example, you need to have your shipment or your orders or units by fulfillment center by 27th of June. So that's basically next week, next Thursday, I believe. And if you don't have them by then, they do not guarantee that you will have your products ready for Prime Day. So make sure that you really have them by 27th. I know it's too late for most of you who are sourcing from China, but for people who are really sourcing from the US, or they have some extra units in their warehouses in the US, I really recommend that you ship them right away as soon as possible to make sure they arrive there on time. Now, the date for Prime Day, it's not set yet, but we believe it's going to be on July 15th or 16th. So it's 15 or 16, which is still we have time. We have like almost 25 days, which is really enough time. I believe, do not quote me on this, if you get the products after the 27th or within this week, most likely you will get your products in. But this is not set. I already have my products shipped, already making sure that's being 27th. I actually have a supplier that's in the US that I deal with, and I made sure I really get me the new batch by the 27th. Even he's going to be using express shipping, which is really worth it. More expensive, but it's going to be much better. Now, what to expect in sales for majority of people are going to be 2 to 3x of the sales that they usually do per day, which is really huge spike. For people who are really have multiple products, they're big sellers, they have so many ASINs, they will expect from 5 to 10. So that's depending on the product, the brand, and how many ASINs they have in their arsenal. So that's a little bit of information about Prime Day and what to expect, and when's the date, and when you should have your products in the fulfillment center. Now let's talk a little bit about what you should do. So I'm going to speak to two people, basically two audiences. One of them who are the people who have a product who are is not moving. It's a dot, is a product that they're really they didn't do all the right product research. Product is not selling and is just sitting in the Amazon warehouse. You need to use this Prime Day as an opportunity to liquidate all these products. Make sure you get rid of them, man. You don't need it. Get rid of it. And how you do that? You have two options. You don't have much, actually. You need to lower your price. That's one. Just lower your price. and the traffic that comes to Prime Day will take care of it, and you will liquidate the product. Make sure you lower the price by significant, by a good amount, maybe break even or below break even. The other thing, you can use coupons, clipped coupons. So basically go to advertising, go to coupon, and create a coupon specific for that product, and make sure you use like 30% or 35%, make it enticing for people. Use this opportunity to get the sales, and you move your units. So in this case, you avoid your storage fees, and also you get some cash back. So it will help you with cash flow to launch another product and to prepare for Christmas. I know it's too early. I know it's like, oh man, it's only July. You're talking about Christmas. You're crazy. It takes 2-3 months just for you to get a new product, to make sure that you really differentiate the product, to get the product in Amazon, to make sure that you rank the product to be ready for Christmas. So use that time to look for a product and to launch your product with that money that you have, and avoid the storage fees. Now, I made a big video about product research, guys. It's 1 hour and 40 minutes. Go ahead. Hopefully I'll be able to, that's my first live Q&A, as you know, and I'm very tech savvy. I don't know if I can do that or not. I'm going to put a card somewhere here or the end of this video for you to watch that video, or at the same time, you can just go through my playlist and watch the videos that I have produced for you guys. Now, for the second kind of people, or the second audience, who are really having a product and they just want to maximize and benefit the most out of this Prime Day, you have a few things. I divided them in three sections for people who really want to increase their sales. One of them is going to be using discounts, then listings, and then PPC. So we're going to dissect each one of them, and I will make sure I give you all what I know and what I'm going to be using. Now, you capitalize on discounts. So discounts, it could be coupons. So use the coupons as we did in the getting rid of the products. So make sure that you get 15%, 20% coupon clipped, and that's is going to help you to move the products. People are coming to the website expecting sales. So even if they come and see, hey, 15%, and even if you raise the price a bit by 15%, but you still give the coupon, they think that they're really getting a good deal. I'm not suggesting do that, but if you want to do it, go ahead, do it. I do it in the regular time. So for example, now no Prime Day, I use a coupon clip. I raise my price by 15% and then give them a clip by 15%. Trust me, it works wonders, and really you sell a lot of units, which is really, really, really awesome. Now, use the coupon clips. The second thing you need to use, and in my opinion, you need to capitalize on promotions. So what I mean by promotion is the same thing under the advertising tab. Is basically you're going to say, hey, buy 2, get 5%. Buy 5, get 8%. Whatever kind of structure you want to do it. I do it, hey, buy more than 2, get 5%. Buy more than 4, get 8%. Buy more than 6, and get 10%. I'm willing to go up to that, because if it's more units sold per order, that's going to increase your relevancy, increase your conversion. You're going to rank much better, and also you sell more units, which means more profit. So capitalize on that. Also in promotion, you can say, hey, listen, buy this product and get this product, and you get the second product 15%. So use that strategy as well to increase your sales, to make sure that you're really moving other products and ranking other products, using the traffic of that listing to move it to the other product. And if you sell more units from the other product, you will get more reviews, you will get more sales, more ranking, and etc. So use that. Now, the second part, I really, for most of you, you need to do that is a must. Work on your listing. First of all, you need to work on your images. Images has to be on point. If you get a lot of traffic and a lot of people are going to click on your product, and you don't have the right message or the right images to explain the product, you're not going to convert, and that's going to hurt you if you don't convert. You will get below in the ranking. You're not going to have low relevancy and low conversion, which is going to hurt you at the same time. So make sure you work on your images. And the main image is very important, because that's what's going to grab people's attention. So make sure in the main image, you display the product very well, high quality image, zoomable image. Make sure the product is 80% of the whole frame to make sure it pops. If you have any a gift or a bonus item, have it on the side, have it in the top right or top left, whatever you want, to display it, to see, hey, people are getting more value, more perceived value from it. So make sure you use that. Now, on the other images, you need to have a lot of lifestyle pictures. You have to have lifestyle images. You need to make sure that you have a chart to display why your product is better than other people. At the same time, use a spec picture where it details each product. For example, if I have this mouse, you want to make sure, hey, how big it is, what's the size of it, how many inches, how wide, and everything. You need to explain it. Remember, you're not selling a product, guys. People who are selling products are losing in this game. You're selling emotions. You're selling a feature, an experience for people. So you're selling emotions. So you need to display that product. If I am selling this, I'm selling not a mouse. I'm selling something that you can go ahead to. You will browse the internet. You'll be getting you and your family doing drawings on the internet. You are getting this unit to build a YouTube channel. You're doing this to build something bigger than what it is, even if it's a mouth. You're selling the emotion behind it, and that's important, guys. Trust me. Sell it. Make sure you include family. Make sure you include family experience. Make sure, if that's product is specific for that, family experience, making sure that you're in a gathering, whatever it is, make sure, let the person who's buying the product imagine themselves they are using this product in that specific way. And that's how you win. Now, you need to work on the main image. As I said, this is against term of service, but I'm going to share it for those who likes to push the boundaries, for those who like to really, the risk tolerance is high, like me. I will put a badge of 15% on my main image. I'll put 15%, I'll put a badge, 15%, and that's it. That's gonna help your conversion and your clicks. So prepare your images from now. Hire someone on Fiverr who's experienced from now, so you'll be able to give them all the revisions that you need, or you can hire someone from Upwork to do it for you. So work on them. It's important. Now, you need to work on the copyright. The copyright, basically, you work on your bullet points, description, and you need to make sure that you include Prime Day somewhere there. It's against term of service to put Prime Day, but if you want to put it to make it index or not indexed or whatever it is, make sure you write Prime Day in your bullet points. So if you cannot write PRIME, you can do P-RIME and then day, and that's, you'll be able to manipulate the system a bit, or have it in the back end if you want, which is really important. You can have it in the search term in the back end or the subject matter. Both of them are indexed. They're parts of the listing in the back that's indexed, okay? And this is really, really going to help you to get more for, hey, Prime Day deals. You'll be able to show up and be able to get recognized by Amazon that your product is related to that Prime Day, and you will be able to show up in the search term. You'll be able to search results. In the bulletin description, you need to emphasize on the description, guys. Most of the sales are coming from mobile. And in the mobile, the description itself shows first and then the bullet points. So you need to make sure the description is right. Make sure HTML is being done correctly. I have made a video about HTML. Go ahead and watch it. It's very detailed. Get your description ready. It's important. And in the bullet points, you need to make sure that you're really hitting all the points. In bullet points, you need to be very specific, guys. In the first bullet point, or in your bullet points, you need to make sure why your product is better than other competitors. Why someone should buy your product rather than someone else's. You need to be able to point these out. Hey, my product is better than other competitors because of ta, 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 ta. Okay, show the features of the product. What the features, what are the most important features that people are going to benefit from it. Show it. That's important. Then remind them, hey, this product, it's solving what kind of problem? Okay, show it. Hey, this product is there because it's solving this issue. Ta ta ta. Remind them of that. And then I'd always like to mention, hey, customer satisfaction 100%. We stand behind our product. We have the best service, and we'll make sure that you're satisfied with us, and you are our top priority. Okay, as you know, guys, I'm not a very good copywriter. I know how to know the emotions. I know what you need to mention, but I have my own team who does the whole copyright for my listings and for the client's listings and my consultant client. Now, once that's done, you need to work on price strategy, guys. The price strategy, what I mean by that, I have made a video about pricing, strategy, and sales tactics. So what I'd like you to do, for those who can, or who are able to do it, and I made a video about that, it's use the sale price. So you have your price in the back end. When you set up your price, you have your price, and then you have your sale price. Make sure that you have your price higher than your sale price and run sale price on the product. So when someone comes to your listing, you'll make sure that you have the main price is slashed, and then you have the sale price and then the percentage next to it, 36%, 35%, whatever it is. So when someone comes in, they think they're making a good deal, and you'll be able to convert better. And on Prime Day, you need to utilize that very, very, very well. All right, so that's, now we covered discounts, we covered what you need to do in your listing. Now the third thing about PPC, which is really a lot of you are wondering about it, what you should do, what the best strategy, and I will give you my honest opinion, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. First of all, make sure you don't run out of budget. So whatever your daily budget, okay, you need to make sure that you have more than that, or you need to watch it when the Prime Day comes to make sure that you don't run out of budget. You need to make sure that your ads are showing all the time and making sure that you're making the most sales possible from it, okay? The second tip, lower your budget for the day before Prime Day, and that's important. So do not, a lot of people do window shopping. What it means is that people come in, they know it's Prime Day tomorrow, they're gonna come check the deals that they wanna buy the day before, so you're gonna get a lot of clicks on your product, but they're not gonna convert. So that's going to be a loss in PPC spending and money that spent for nothing. Because usually people are not going to buy. It's like, hey, I can wait a little bit, one day more, and I will be able to buy the day after. So it's going to be a lot of window shopping. So make sure you limit your PPC, your budget, and make sure that utilize that budget and extra money for Prime Day. Okay, that's very important. Now, other thing, I really be careful of increasing your default bid. Default bid is different than daily budget. Daily budget is the amount of money that you're willing to spend for the whole campaign, as a whole. The default bid, it's on the specific keyword. On the specific keyword, or each campaign has, hey, I'm willing to spend 75 cents, up to 75 cents for that specific keyword, whether in phrase match, exact match, or ASIN target, whatever it is. So in that, do not increase it for the keywords that you're already ranked for. So if you have a lot of keywords that are already ranked in the top 5 or top 10 in the first page, I don't recommend you increasing your budget on it. First of all, the top positions are going to be occupied, and a lot of people are going to spend a lot of money on them. So the cost per click is going to be too high. The traffic, secondly, the traffic is coming anyways. So why should you waste your money on that? So I really think you should, even if you raise it by a bit, but if you have a ranked position, traffic is going to come anyways, and most of the sales are going to come from the top 5, top 10 10 positions anyways. So do not overspend and do not do it. I have a solution for that I'm going to share with you at the end, but make sure you do not raise your default bid on all the keywords. Instead, I really I recommend you focus on the secondary keyword that you're not ranked for yet. So meaning, if you have a keyword that you are ranked number in page number 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, and you would like to get them ranked in the first page, I think you need to use this opportunity. So increase your bid a little bit on those keywords to be able to show up, and then maybe in the main page, at the bottom, or the second page. It's going to be a lot of traffic anyways, and try to get sales through it. It's going to help you to rank for those keywords. So after Prime Day is finished, you'll be able to rank for those keywords that you never ranked for, which is going to help you. So use that traffic for ranking for secondary keyword. And you'll be able to use other softwares like Viral Launch to check the keywords that you rank for or the keywords you're not ranked for. So for the keywords that you rank for, use Viral Launch ranking system. You will say, hey, you rank for this keyword in the top 5 or top 10. These you need to leave them alone or increase a bit, little bit. Do not go crazy on them. And the second part, the ones that you really ranked in the second, third page, increase your budget and try to get them showing up more often to be able to get them ranked and use that opportunity for it. Now, the last tip, which is I want to give you, why, since we know every seller is going to go crazy and is going to go ham on the keywords, on the main keywords, and they're going to spend a lot of money on the main keywords. We have to be smarter. We have to be prepared better. So why don't we use the product targeting in PPC to target those ASINs and use their traffic to translate into sales with a low bid? So what I recommend you guys to do from now, go ahead, vet all your top sellers for each keyword, get them, and then try to target them in your ASIN targeting, product targeting option in your PPC. So if you're able to target them and show up at the bottom, so basically what's going to happen, you're going to target you're going to target that product with that ASIN, and then you're going to show up at the bottom. So you're going to be the listing, and at the bottom is going to be some sponsored ad. You show up there, it's going to be much lower cost for you, and you'll be able to convert more because people are going to come. There's a lot of traffic coming in. For sure, you're going to get some of that traffic. You're going to click to a sponsored ad because they want to find the best deal. If you have the best deal, if you have the best product, it's more differentiated, the best quality, and everything, you will get the sale. So use that. It works wonders and really good. The thing I don't use is category targeting. I really don't see. I don't see it working. I think I'm just spending money for no reason. But use that. Trust me, this tip is going to make you happy. All right, so this is about Prime Day, guys. That's all what you need to know about Prime Day, or the things that I'm going to be implementing and the things that I learned from my own journey, from my own things that I have done in the past. And I really think you should consider some of them. I have mentioned some of them are with term of service, some of them are not, but I use majority of them. So as I promised, guys, this is the Prime Day tactics, tips, and everything you need about Amazon Prime Day 2019. Now, I would like to use a little bit of time for Q&A from our group. We get a lot of questions, and I would like to show them some love. And you guys really want to join, just go ahead and join our Facebook group, Amazon FBA Giants. And I'm going to answer a few questions. They need clarification. So let's do it. Come on. All right. So the first question, someone asked, what are the differences between EXW, FOB, and DDP? All right. Basically, this is type of shipping that the supplier will offer to you. So if you have EXW, it means X Works. Is basically if you order a product, they're not doing anything with it. They're not taking care of the shipping. All they're taking care of is having a product in their warehouse, and you need to arrange the shipping yourself. You need to hire a freight forwarder. He will be able to pick up those products for you, and will ship them to your product, to ship them to your destination. FOB means freight on board. Basically, what happens here, the supplier themselves will be able to get the product to the nearest port that they deal with, and they will be able to handle all the certificates and anything at the custom to make sure that this product passes the customs in China and will be in the port, and your freight forwarder will be able to pick it up from there and bring it to you. Now, DDP, which is the things I recommend the most for people who are really starting out, or people that doesn't need to worry about customs and imports and all these duties and fees. I really recommend DDP, mean duty delivery paid, meaning is that you just pay a fee for the supplier, which is deals with another freight forwarder, for example, whatever they deal with, and they will take care of the whole process from getting the product from the supplier to your final destination, whether it's Amazon warehouse or your house. I don't know why people do your house, honestly. I just still don't understand it. A lot of people recommend bring it to your house for inspection. I think you just hire an inspection and that's it. But do it. I always do it through to Amazon warehouse. I live in Canada. No, actually, I live in I'm actually just came vacation in Kuwait City, and I really think you should just bring it there. Why the more headaches? Why you have more hands touching your product for no reason? That's increases your chances of getting your product broken or anything. And secondly, I don't think you're going to do a better job than an inspection company, to be honest. You're gonna look at it and you're like, oh, okay, I have it, and that's it. I mean, come on, man. Now, the second question: where can I get my UPC barcodes and for my private label? And I think this question has, since I started this business 4 or 5 years ago, the same question comes up. Amazon recommends GS1, and I think GS1 is very, very good, and I think that's the right way to do it for private label, especially if you're building a brand. I think using GS1 is going to help you a lot. It's going to protect you, making sure that the UPC is correct and all the stuff, not recycled. I really believe for products that not much, if you have a lot of ASINs and you just want to move ASINs, and make sure you're testing product, which is, I still don't recommend testing a product unless it's really in a specific situation. If you have higher budget, if it has a high cost, if it's really, it requires you $20,000, $30,000 and not sure about the market and you want to test it, which is, I think you should be committed. If you come to this business, you should really have enough inventory and do it. I think I've been using from the beginning Nationwide Barcode, and they've been working wonders. A lot of debate is happening is about why shouldn't you use a third-party UPC provider, because a lot of them, they use recycled UPC codes. So what happened is that I use UPC code, for example, for this product, then I'm not using this product anymore. They take this UPC code and give it to someone else. So when you register this UPC code or create a listing with that specific UPC code, you're going to have this UPC code attached to, for example, electronics when you're selling home and kitchen product, and that might give you issues with your categories, with your PPC, with the relevancy and conversion. Amazon could change your category more often, and there's this headache. I'm not affiliated with Nationwide Barcode. I have no relation with them. I just buy codes from them. So far, I've been using them. I don't have any issues with them. I get the codes. They give me a certificate, and they're not recycled, and they do just fine. So if anybody wants to use them, go ahead and use them. They're being a good company. Do that at your own risk. You are the owner of your business. You take ownership of your business. So don't listen to me. Don't listen to anybody. Listen to yourself and see what's best for your situation, for your budget. Now, the third question is how to get my packaging done for my private label. And I think they just need the process. And I think a lot of people are just intimidated when they do want to do custom packaging. I really think packaging is very, very important aspect of your product and is kind of differentiation, but I don't think of anybody should do packaging as differentiation. I think something is a must. It's customer experience. When he gets it, you want to make sure there's a nice packaging. It's going to bring the perceived value. Also, at the same time, it's going to help you from hijackers. If you have really customized packaging, nobody's going to hijack you. You'll be able to do the buy test from your hijacker and be able to prove, hey, this is my packaging, that's theirs, and you'll be able to win that case if you want to kick them out. So anyways, let's talk about how you do it. Usually, the supplier that you're going to deal with, they deal with a printing company. This printing company will do all the packaging for them. So the supplier, what they're going to do is basically they'll be the middleman between you and them. And I really rather use a printing company that the supplier does. So in case anything happens, they'll be liable, although they will be liable for anything that happens. But once you get advanced, you'll be able to use your own company, your own printing company. I use my own company now, not my suppliers, because I get better pricing. So what do? First, when you get the product, everything is good, you'll need to ask for a template, for a packaging template. They can send you a packaging template. Basically, it's a CAD drawing or AI Adobe Illustrator template showing the product as if it's flat. Okay, you're going to take that template and you're going to hire someone, a designer, a packaging designer, whether in Fiverr or Upwork. There's a lot of people on Fiverr that do a really good job, and I think you should be able to use them. Maybe you need to vet them a little bit better, but I think they're a good option if you find a really good one. Give it to them, and they'll be able to take the template, and they will do the artwork and the design for the whole packaging for you. So you need to make sure that you tell them about what direction you want, what kind of theme, what kind of colors, what you would like to have on it, and you give them all this information. They will take like 3 to 5 days. They will get you that template. and you basically will give you a file, AI file. Once you get that, you send it to your supplier, and your supplier will handle that to the printing company, and the printing company will print it for you. And usually it takes 7 days to get everything done for you. So that's how you do your packaging, and you should really spend time and money on it, because that represents your brand, present you as a seller, and is a good feature to have on your listing to show, hey, it's a product comes with packaging, increase the sales because it could be giftable, it's well presented, and increase your perceived value of the product itself. Now, I got another question. Says, my new competitor is getting a lot of reviews. What should I do? I'm going to be a little bit blunt, maybe, and I will say, let them do whatever they want to do. Whatever they want to do. I think you should focus on yourself, focus on what you can control, and leave the things you cannot control. If you're going to just go ahead and worry about this person without you caring about your own product and how you beat them in your differentiation, your customer service, in your PPC, on your copyright, and everything that you have, I think is a waste of energy, because you cannot control it. If they do that, it could be multiple things. It could be that they're purchasing reviews from somewhere else, whether they're exchanging or using Facebook groups. Sooner or later, they will get suspended. Amazon every year now we see, or every year or every 2 years, they do a big slap on the face for those people and make sure they get all their reviews out. So if they do it, it's going to be short-lived. Usually the reviews or sales, reviews to sales ratio is 5%. So if you have a good email sequence, you have a really good insert card, you have 5% you can convert for every 100 sales, which is really good. There's a lot of instances you can go up to 10%. If you don't use none of that, no insert card, no email sequence, you can expect 1 to 2% from so 1 to 2 reviews for every 100 sale. Now, the second reason why they could making that much reviews, they could be using a recycled listing, which is really popular now. A lot of people, what happened, there's listing, for example, in electronics, I'm selling a cell phone case, but now I'm selling a cell phone a screen protector. So they go ahead, a lot of people, they just abandon the listings. They go ahead, they found those listing, and they list another product underneath it that already established, already has reviews, but someone abandoned it because they didn't make enough profit. They couldn't compete, so they'll be able to use that for a different product. So go ahead, read the bad reviews, see what people are talking about. If they're saying anything about, for example, about another product, but they're selling something else, you could report them to Amazon. I haven't seen enough action from Amazon about that, but really, it's sooner or later Amazon will act and they will kick them out. Now, the other thing you can do, just to make sure that really, the third part, which is I think is the most important thing, it's just buy their product. Go ahead, buy their product and see what they're doing. Do they have an insert card? Do they have a good email sequence? What they're offering with the product? Maybe they're offering a free product when if someone buys. So there's a new thing within Supplement, which has been there for a long time, is basically you buy a product and they give you a free product extra. So they go to landing page, they will leave their ID, your purchase ID, and they will able to leave a feedback. So a lot of people will do that. Your reviews will go spike really high because you're giving a free product. Even if it's against term of service, people are doing it. But as I said, sooner or later, it will be short-lived and they'll be kicked out and they will lose their reviews. So that's what I think about this subject. Now, I have 2 more questions and then I'm going to call it a day. If I have people who are really asking questions live, and the live will be good. If it's not, it's all good. It's our live. It's our first live Q&A. I didn't give enough time for people. I didn't give them a notice. I just decided to do it, and that's my fault. But it's the 5th question is about indexing versus ranking. I think a lot of people misuse the indexing and ranking, and they don't know the difference. Maybe that become boring for people, but I think it's really important to address it. Indexing is basically, is your keyword that you have in your listing is being recognized by Amazon algorithm A9. If someone types a specific keyword, let's say I'm buying a coffee mug, and I type coffee mug, is my Amazon is putting my listing in consideration to show up my product when someone types that product in the search result and this in the search bar? Is my product showing up? Is me recognized? Are they linking this keyword to my listing? Which is very, very important. You need to make sure that you're being indexed. So that's indexing. Okay. Now, if I'm selling coffee mug and then I type cell phone, I shouldn't be indexed for that. If I am, there's something wrong. Okay. Now, the second thing, ranking. Ranking is basically, it's where are you positioned in the search result, in the first page, in the second position, first page, third, fourth, fifth position in the first page, or second page, or third page, where your position is. And that's called ranking. Ranking is not going to be the same for all the keywords. For each keyword that you're going to have, you're going to have a different position in the search result. If I have a coffee mug, for example, maybe I am ranked number 8 in the first page. But if I say black coffee mug, maybe I am ranked number 2 in the first page. So you need to make sure that you're ranked, which is the whole idea about Amazon, is you're ranking for as many keywords as possible in the first page. And that's very important. Okay. And I think that happens with a few factors. Sales are important, conversion and relevancy. All this, if they work together, you will be able to rank for a keyword. And I will touch on that a little bit more in depth later on, but I just want to show you the difference between both of them. My last question. Okay. If you have been working with your current supplier for 6 months and having good relationships, then you found a better quality and price from other supplier after, would you switch your supplier? Very good question. And I think we need to address that. Now, if I'm dealing with a supplier and already for 6 months and I've been ordering from them, but I found another supplier that has a better price and higher quality, I can do a few things. Always is better to have multiple suppliers for your own product in case you really one supplier not able to fulfill your order within the time that you need, maybe get increase in sales, and you don't know, they're not prepared for that. So you'll be able to have another supplier, which is really important. Now, first of all, I will contact my current supplier and tell them, hey, listen, I haven't found another supplier who's giving me the better price at this. So I show them my invoice. Hey, listen, they're giving me maybe 30, 50 cents less. Are you able to match that? And also the quality, I found in this product, it's made out of this plastic, blah, blah, blah. Are you able to do a better job on this? Ask them first. All what it takes is an ask. And see what they say. If they say, yes, we can match it, good. Go ahead and keep with your own current supplier. Now, remember, suppliers, all what they're trying to do is making sure that you are, they're looking for a long-term relationship and partnership between you and them. So they always would like to fight for you. They would like to keep your business. They want to make sure that you're really staying with them for good and making sure you're using them over and over. So I would do that. If they don't come back with a good answer, I will just use the other supplier. You need to make sure, again, test them before you tell the first supplier to F off. Okay, make sure that you getting a sample. Make a smaller order. If you're used to place 500, 700, 800 or 500 or 1,000 units, make sure you order 200 units with them. See what the quality is, and then the second order maybe do instead of 200, maybe do 300 or 400, and see how they do while you're keeping the other one. Once you see this supplier is really keeping up their word, making sure they're delivering fast, making sure that the quality is consistent, then you'll be able to say, hey, give the ultimatum to this supplier, tell them, hey, listen, I really cannot keep going like this. This one is really giving me a better price, a better quality, and better service, and faster shipping, which is really important. So use these and you will be happy, but always make sure you don't burn your bridges with the first supplier because you never know what happens. And this is it, guys. I really, 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 really hope you guys enjoyed this first live Q&A. I hope you really learned a lot about the latest news about the title. I hope you guys learned all the Prime tactics and tips that you can use to maximize your sales on Amazon on the Prime Day. And thirdly, I answered your questions, and I hope I answered them in a good way, in enough detail for you guys to understand it and to be able to absorb it and apply it. And guys, if you like this kind of live Q&A, please let me know. Leave a comment below, like the video, and subscribe to the channel. We have a lot of information, and I would like at then to thank my team, to thank everyone on the team, the video editor, the copywriter, the customer service, and everyone who's helping me with this journey. And thank you so much, and have yourself a wonderful, wonderful afternoon, everybody.